Hello, and how's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here, and today I have something crazy to be breaking down for you all, and I'm sure by the title of the video and the stupid little intro I did to the video as well, you already know what this is about. It doesn't have to do with Bethesda, but it does have to do with one of Bethesda's main competitors and a company that's been in the headlines since Cyberpunk 2077 was released because of all of its issues that I don't even think I need to explain, because I'm sure anyone watching this video already knows all about all the problems that CD Projekt Red has been having with Cyberpunk 2077 because they decided to release the game early. However, it seems like someone decided to take out some of their anger, or maybe they decided that CD Projekt Red was an easy target. I don't know exactly what the justification was for targeting CD Projekt Red. It's probably easy to assume that it has to do with Cyberpunk 2077 and everything, but CD Projekt Red just got hacked, and not only did they get hacked, like all of their stuff is being held ransom right now. All of their information, and including that, the hackers claim to have some information that will, I guess, bring some stuff to the public's eye that CD Projekt Red really doesn't want to happen, apparently. Now keep in mind, I don't know exactly how much of the hackers' claims are legit or not, but I do know that they definitely did hack CD Projekt Red, and they did encrypt a lot of their information and try to hold it hostage. But CD Projekt Red actually released a statement regarding this, and we're going to begin our investigation into this with that statement. And I don't know if you can hear it or not, but Ayla is meowing in the background. She is doing stuff and things. She's excited about this. She hopes that CD Projekt Red isn't too harmed by this situation, because even though, I mean, you can say a lot of the stuff the management and the executives did and the decisions they made was kind of shady and didn't have the gaming community's best interests in mind, it sucks for the developers that put a lot of time and work into this game, because they didn't want to see the game released in the state it was in. They wanted the game to be really good. They said it needed more time, and now look what's going on. Now, on top of all the hate and stuff and all the negative press, now we have this hack situation. But I'm gonna go ahead and activate glasses mode so we can break all this down. And you can see this is one of the sources of CD Projekt Red's statements on this hack. I'm sure they've probably put this up on their website or a blog or something, but I first encountered this over on Twitter, and it says important update, which, I mean, I guess that's an update, but I would probably have titled that differently than important update. But you can see the statement says, yesterday, we discovered that we have become a victim of targeted cyber attack, due to which some of our internal systems have been compromised. An identified actor gained unauthorized access to our internal network and collected certain data belonging to CD Projekt Capital Group and left a ransom note, the content of which we released to the public, which I'll get into here in a second. They go on by saying, although some devices in our network have been encrypted, our backups remain intact. We have already secured our IT infrastructure and begun restoring the data. We will not give in to the demands nor negotiate with the actor, being aware that this may eventually lead to the release of the compromised data, and we are taking necessary steps to mitigate the consequences of such a release, in particular by approaching any parties that may be affected due to the breach. So apparently other companies may have their information wrapped up in this data breach that could affect companies even outside of CD Projekt Red, which, I mean, could in turn eventually lead to CD Projekt being sued by these companies for not having proper securities in place to prevent these hacks. But I'll continue on. The statement says, we are investigating the incident. However, at this time, we can confirm that, to our best knowledge, the compromised systems did not contain any personal data of our players or users of our services, which is good. The headlines would be a lot more negative if that was the case. CD Projekt would have taken a huge blow if personal user data leaked. But I mean, right now this is still huge because company data potentially could leak as well outside of their own, like I just said. And then they close this statement by saying, we have already approached the relevant authorities, including law enforcement and the president of the Personal Data Protection Office, as well as the president of the Enclave.
The president of the United fucking States of America. Who do you think I was talking about? The fuck? Who is it? What?
And also IT forensic specialists as well, and we will closely cooperate with them in order to fully investigate this incident. And as it said in the statement, the hacker or the group of hackers, whatever it is, they left a notepad statement or something in CD Projekt's systems, and this is the actual ransom note left by the hackers. You can see it says, "Hello CD Projekt, you have been epically pwned. We have dumped full copies of the source codes from your Perforce server for Cyberpunk 2077, Witcher 3, Gwent, and the unreleased version of Witcher 3, which is interesting right there. I believe that's the remaster of the Witcher 3 that's supposed to come out on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. But the ransom note continues by saying, we have also dumped all your documents related to accounting, administration, legal, HR, investor relations, and more. That doesn't sound good from a business perspective and a security perspective, and could potentially lead to CD Projekt being sued if this information falls out there. They continue on by saying, that seems to be my catchphrase this video. Also, we have encrypted all your servers, but we understand that you can most likely recover from backups. So it seems like the hacker has some knowledge of how CD Projekt would have reacted to this, because they accurately predicted they would have backups, and they finalized the statement by saying, if we will not come to an agreement, then your source codes will be sold or leaked online, and your documents will be sent to our contacts in gaming journalism. Your public image will go down the shitter even more, and people will see how shitty your company functions. Investors will lose trust in your company, and the stock will dive even lower. You have 48 hours to contact us. And this is nuts. This is crazy. First off, I do want to say, this statement right here, claiming they have contacts in gaming journalism, I don't think they have direct contacts to any gaming journalists. Maybe some of them do, but my guess is if CD Projekt doesn't give in to their demands, that this hacker group will just forward all this information and all these leaked documents pertaining to anything that might make CD Projekt look bad to just like the biggest names out there in gaming journalism, maybe like Jason Schreier, IGN, GameSpot, all of that kind of stuff. But the thing is, these gaming journalists should probably not report on the information they're getting, and they should blacklist that information, because giving in and playing into like the plans of criminals and hackers isn't the best thing to do, even for those clicks. But the truth of the matter is, the second one gaming journalist website or YouTuber, someone reports on the information, all the other big ones will as well, because if someone else is reporting on it, then the information's out there anyway at that point, and to not report on it would kind of not be smart at that point once it's out there. But for you to be the first person to report on it is kind of shady, because you're breaking that gray line between like reporting on information, but at the same time the information was only accessible by criminal acts and given to you by the criminals themselves. So it's a weird situation. But this is pretty huge, because CD Projekt Red acknowledged the hack actually happened, and they're taking preventative measures right now. Maybe they have to pay fines to some companies whose information was breached. Maybe they're trying to come to some kind of like conclusion or settlement behind the scenes, or maybe they're just rolling the dice to see how it goes and hoping they don't take that much damage. But unfortunately, CD Projekt Red has had a lot of negative press lately, and if the maximum amount of damage possible happens from this hack, and they get in a lot of trouble with other companies and investors and stuff like that with their information being leaked, and if their employees' personal information was leaked at all, then geez, this is so bad for them. They could get so much like trouble from this, and even though it may not inherently be their fault, because maybe they did do as much as they could to prevent this from happening and to protect their information, maybe just some kind of super hacker got in and would have gotten in anyway no matter how much protection they had. But still, this just sucks for CD Projekt Red, because I'm sure the majority of the company didn't want to force Cyberpunk 2077 out, and with Cyberpunk 2077 being forced out, one can say that is basically the main action that caused what one may consider the leading downtrend of CD Projekt Red and their credibility, and just like the community's trust and opinion of them. There's a lot of people that love Cyberpunk 2077. I do too. The game is great, and personally I haven't had that many issues on PC, but like, it's just really bad. Especially when updates like actually break the game even further sometimes, and I could just keep listing thing after thing that has happened since this game was released. It feels like we're kind of in a similar like situation to when Fallout 76 was launched, only for different reasons and a different company. Even modders are fixing Cyberpunk 27 at this point before CD Projekt can. And now add this hack onto the situation, and they could end up having to pay out a lot of money. And I'm wondering if not giving in to the hackers' demands is smart here. I mean, the truth is, they could give in to the hacker's demands, and then the hacker could just in turn do it to someone else, or keep targeting CD Projekt because they see CD Projekt as a company that's willing to pay out. And the thing is, maybe it's a smart decision to not actually pay out. Maybe it's a dumb decision. I don't know. I'm not like an expert on how to handle these things, but I guess we'll see how it goes. I hope the best for CD Projekt, because despite all the issues they've had recently, which some of the issues are inherently their fault, I don't want to see them get any more damage from this. This is nuts. I want Cyberpunk 2077 to be fixed and to become the amazing game I know it can be, because the universe and the tone of the game is great. And if they could expand on that a lot more, which they already should have before the game was released, Cyberpunk could truly have gone down as a top 3, top 5, top 10 at least best games of all time, and it might be that already for some people, but the point is, with the content that was removed from the game and a lot of the other stuff, it most likely technically is not. But that's basically everything I wanted to talk about in today's video. I'll bring you all up to date with anything new that continues with this hack as it happens, but let me know what you think about all this down in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoy the content, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn notifications on. And if you want to help grow the channel and the community, share the content, share the channel, share the video, because the YouTube algorithm really only pays attention to channels over 100,000 subscribers. Channels underneath that only grow if the subscriber base shares the content, so my channel is growing kind of slowly. However, since I've been asking you all to share the content, the channel's definitely been growing a lot faster. So huge thank you, it is highly appreciated. And speaking of appreciation, huge shout out to all these amazing people for going above and beyond to support the channel and bring you content like this. If you want to get a permanent future video shout out and get your name added to this list and be featured at the end of every one of my videos from this point forward forever, you can support the channel over on Ko-fi, Patreon, or here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member. Links for all this and more are down in the description below, and as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when CD Projekt needs to employ some more defensive netrunners. Too soon for that joke?
It just works.